ship was cheered, the harbor cleared. Merrily did we drop below the kirk. The sun came up upon the left. Out of the sea came he, and he shone bright, and on the right went down into the sea. And now the storm blast came, and he was tyrannous and strong. He struck with his overtaking wings, and chased us south along, with sloping masts and dipping prow. As who pursued with yell and blow, the ship drove fast, loud roared the blast, and southward we fled. And now there came both mist and snow, and it grew wondrous cold. And ice, mast high, came floating by, as green as emerald. At length did cross an albatross. Through the fog it came. As if it had been a Christian soul, we hailed it in God's name. And a good south wind sprung up behind. The albatross did follow, and every day, for food or play, came to the mariner's hollow. With my crossbow, I shot the albatross. And I had done a hellish thing, and it would work 'em woe. For all averred, I had killed the bird that made the breeze to blow. The fair breeze blew, the white foam flew, the furrow followed free. We were the first that ever burst into that silent sea. Down dropped the breeze, the sails dropped down. 'Twas sad as sad could be. And we did speak only to break the silence of the sea. All in a hot and copper sky, the bloody sun at noon, right up above the mast did stand, no bigger than the moon. Day after day, day after day, we stuck, nor breath, nor motion, as idle as a painted ship upon a painted ocean. Water, water, everywhere, and all the boards did shrink. Water, water, everywhere, nor any drop to drink. Ah, well a day. What evil looks had I from old and young. Instead of the cross, the albatross about my neck was hung. There passed a weary time. Each throat was parched, and glazed each eye. When looking westward, I beheld a something in the sky. At first it seemed a little speck, and then it seemed a mist. It moved, and took at last a certain shape I wist. With throats unslaked, with black lips baked, I bit my arm, I sucked the blood, and cried, "A sail! A sail!" And straight the sun was flecked with bars, as if through a dungeon grate he peered with broad and burning face. Are those her ribs, through which the sun did peer, as through a grate? Is that a death? And are there two? Is death that woman's mate? Her lips were red, her looks were free, her locks were yellow as gold. Her skin was as white as leprosy. The nightmare, life in death was she, who thicks man's blood with cold. The naked hulk alongside came, and the twain were casting dice. "The game is done! I've won! I've won!" quoth she, and whistles thrice. One after one, by the star-dogged moon, each turned his face with a ghastly pang, and cursed me with his eye. With heavy thump, a lifeless lump, they dropped down one by one. The many men, so beautiful, and they all dead did lie, and so did I. The loud wind never reached the ship, yet now the ship moved on. stirred. They all uprose, nor spake, nor moved their eyes. It had been strange, even in a dream, to have seen those dead men rise. The helmsman steered, the ship moved on, yet never a breeze up blew. The mariners all 'gan work the ropes, where they were wont to do. They raised their limbs like lifeless tools. We were a ghastly crew. Under the water it rumbled on, still louder and more dread. It reached the ship, it split the bay. The ship went down like lead. All alone, alone on a wide, wide sea, and never a saint took pity on my soul in agony. The many men, so beautiful, and they all dead did lie, and 1,000,000 slimy things lived on, and so did I.